like it's almost like home.
That was a hard turn. This is gonna be gonna make you real dizzy. Hello, say hi.
Hi.
I don't think this is gonna work.
But I slide down.
All
Here.
my friends drive a low rider. We are going to go see our friends Paul and Sandra. Their home is finally finished. We've been watching it go up for some time. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
What you making?
Center cut whole beef tenderloin. Some
Love it.
very chefed up mashed potatoes.
Chef's kiss.
A sizzled mushroom sauce with some quick sauteed asparagus, some roasted New Mexican hatch chilies, and some spiced pepitas.
Yum, that's so good.
And honestly, this should be thrown together pretty quick. By pretty quick, I mean 4 to 7 hours.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we got everybody here. Right, here's the house. We got everybody here safely in sideways.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Y'all there? I think they've been looking at my chin the whole.
Okay, back in the kitchen again. I won't sing this time. In the kitchen again. We're really excited to be here today. We are in the home of our sweet friends, Paul and Sandra. I gotta put Garth to work because he is making probably the top 3 meals of our family. If we invite all the kids to come, normally 1 or 2 will say they couldn't make it. But if we invite the kids and we tell them we're making this meal, they'll all show up for dinner. So I'm really excited that he's going to share this with y'all today because I don't think he's actually put this one out in quite some time, and we have some new friends watching, so it's time to share the secrets, baby.
So what we have, this is a whole tenderloin. You can buy it Costco and Sam's. Look at different ways they pack it, and we don't need prime for this. Choice works just fine. It doesn't have a lot of marbling anyway. This is what it looks like. It is a large piece. It goes from fairly thin to a much thicker end, but I want to look for parts of the meat that are like this. It's called silver skin, and it's very different from fat. This really white, that's fat. This that's kind of shiny is silver skin. I really want to make sure I get any of the silver skin off because no matter how we cook it, that'll always be just like a tough little piece. Now in this case, I might use this piece though for folks not like present company who prefer their meat more done. This piece, I'm gonna sous vide. It'll be cooked the same as the rest of it, but when we go and sear it, I might leave it on the griddle for a little bit longer.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Medium. Not medium well.
You need to know why.
Why? Because Granddaddy did it. Granddaddy ate his steak well done. I'm sorry, that's how I was raised. And also we put A1 on that.
So help me, if A1 ever goes on one of these tenderloins, I'm done. With that, we're now ready to season. So now we're gonna vacuum seal this. In this case, we're vacuum sealing it so that when we put this into a wet environment, like a steam oven or a water bath, that the meat is not getting wet.
Kind of reminds me of a laminator, right?
Old school, yeah.
You just laminate your meat.
I've never used the laminator. I will tell you, seal it twice. If I only seal it once and I get a little break in that seal, it's gonna fill with the water or the steam in the steam oven. It's still edible, you can still eat it, but the meat is just soaked with water. It makes it hard to sear. You can kind of dilute some of the flavor of the meat.
For people that do not have this wonderful steam oven,
Yes.
what are your recommendations?
Steam ovens are smaller in size too. That was a tough call for us. So do we give up one of our 2 full-size ovens or do we not?
Or do we just build a new house? Like,
Never mind, let's
Oh,
talk about immersion circulators. If you don't have a steam oven yet and you're not in the market to build a new house with a steam oven or to remodel your current house to put a steam oven in, then you can get an immersion circulator. They start around 85 or 100 bucks on Amazon. Anova is my favorite brand. This is an Anova Pro, but really for 100 bucks to be guaranteed perfect meat, seafood, all of it, that's the bomb.
also makes a great Christmas gift.
Also makes a great Christmas gift. So this is the Wolf steam oven. A lot of manufacturers make steam ovens. You can use any of them to sous vide cook. Some of them will actually have settings that say sous vide, not all of them. In this particular case, the Wolf does. We're going to go to sous vide, which means under vacuum. It's a French word. It's going to give me a recommendation on, say, use rack position 2. That's right there, or 1 and 4 if I'm doing 2 different racks at one time. On sous vide, I cook to a higher temperature than I ever would normally when I'm roasting meat because it's going to be the exact doneness throughout. It's not going to be more rare in the center. In this case, we'll do 132 degrees. I hit enter, I hit start. It's kind of counterintuitive that even though there's water boiling, I have the steam oven set to 132. It's taking some of that steam and injecting it into the oven, but holding the ambient oven temperature at 132. So we'll take the beef tenderloin that Amy and I trimmed up, vacuum sealed. I'm gonna put it in on a large, thick cut of meat like that for a minimum of 2 hours, up to 3 hours. Weird thing is, if you left it in too long, it actually gets more tender. It's the opposite of what normal cooking is. But 2 to 3 hours will be perfect for a thick cut of meat, 30 minutes to an hour for a thinner steak. And I'll never overcook it because it will never get hotter than the temperature that I have the steam oven set to. Sauce is a simple pan sauce. You'll see how well or little I measure, as Amy gives me a hard time about often. We'll start with some Texas mushrooms. We're gonna saute those. We're going to add some sort of liquid, whether it's cream or half and half. We'll add some mustard to thicken it with, a little bit of demi-glace or beef stock, and then we'll add a little bit of spice, some other mixtures, just to add a depth of flavor. And once you get this sauce down, you can really mix it up with whatever ingredients you have on hand. So we bake the potatoes. They're russets. These will be more fluffy rather than like Yukon. I heated up the half and half with some garlic, getting the smells. A little bit of butter. I want to make sure that's hot, and this is hot, and you're gonna rice. So I'm gonna cut this into some sort of chunks, like quartered.
Okay.
Press away, baby.
Man, that smells so good. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Here we go, I got it.
You can do
You're
it.
giving me the hardest job.
So now it'll get real difficult. If I don't take the skins out between each pressing, they'll get in there and it'll be really hard for you to press them through.
Okay.
And it was already kind of hard.
It's almost as satisfying as a power washer, but not quite. There you go, sir. There's all your taters.
Now for the addition. So I put salt in with the cream already, but we will test the salt out in a second. Some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. So add some nuttiness. We're cutting the overwhelming flavor of the fatty ingredients by adding sour cream. So that acidity in the sour cream will help it taste not quite as rich. And then same thing, this is cheese from Full Quiver Farms. This one's got a little bit of a kick to it. It's a jalapeno. Fun additions, these are just a start. Y'all could use regular cream cheese to add some creaminess.
Yes.
You could use light sour cream, and you could have used milk or a unsweetened oat milk if you want to do dairy-free. We don't want them to cool down and then try and reheat them. And so we could keep them warm on a low simmer on the stove. We could keep them warm by putting it into an oven-safe dish. We could keep them warm in the steam oven. That's another great use for the steam oven. You won't have to deal with that skin that gets across the top of the potatoes. In this case, we'll probably just go put it on the burner and leave it on warm, and we'll be ready to eat. I've got the griddle set to 450 degrees. I've dried the outside of the meat. To make sure that I get some quick caramelization, I like to dust my beef tenderloin with a mixture of unsweetened cocoa powder and finely ground coffee or espresso, instant espresso. That'll dry the outside of the meat. It'll help it caramelize faster. With the griddle set to 450 or your grill set to high, guarantee that it's going to do a very fast sear on the outside. Great caramelization, but it's what we really enjoy the taste of when we bite into a perfectly seared steak, or in this case, a whole beef tenderloin. So the last thing we'll do will be some quick stir-fried asparagus. It's not really stir-fried, don't think of it Asian style. We're gonna take some whole asparagus stems, we're just gonna trim off the bottom, toss those on the griddle with some high heat, a little bit of ghee, which is a clarified butter, so it has a high smoke point, but adds a lot of flavor. And then add something else to it. In this case, right now, we're seeing some really good fresh hatch chilies. We bought them already roasted. We'll throw those on the griddle, top them with some spiced pumpkin seeds, and it adds a little nuttiness. And truly, in about 2 minutes, you've got a really delicious vegetable side dish.
We're gonna give each of you a fork.
Thank you.
And we officially get to dive in. Where's my well done steak?
Where's my fork?
Oh, here's your fork. Here's your fork. Where's my steak, sir?
Oh, it's been in the microwave for the last 4 to 7 minutes. There you go, baby. That's.
I love charcoal biscuits. It's awesome.
I heard it actually hit the plate. In fact, did the plate crack?
Bless you.
Yeah, there you go, babe.
Even when it's well done, it's so tender. I think it's your steam oven.
So good. Might be the chef.
I knew a lot less about using the griddle, like especially for the asparagus and finishing off the meat on the actual griddle.
Yeah, and if you're not using the
That's a
griddle
lot.
all the time in the next, few weeks when I check back in with you guys, I'll be very disappointed. It'd be a beef tenderloin wasted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks to Paul and Sandra for having us at their beautiful home and their amazing kitchen. Thank y'all, as always, for just tuning in. We love you for it. And so if you want to keep watching, you can follow, like, track, I don't know, just find us on the Instagram and the Facebook and gosh, I sound old now.
Do the Facebook.
The YouTube and the Google, wherever you want to find us. I'm sure we'll be somewhere around there. But anyway, yeah, toodles.